Right, so after watching a few streamers play the game, I, for one, have decided to play the hit new game Musume. It's not new, only the global release is new, but like, it's basically a new game since you haven't played it. Since you haven't played it before, and I'm pretty sure they're like doing gradual updates or patches or whatever. And of course, I've heard of the mystical, extremely long document, and for the Musume reference. So I kind of just like went through these and kind of just like looked for the longest document. They're all quite long. So I've decided. But after looking through a bit of these, it's real long when the table of contents has multiple pages. I've decided to just choose to read this document since it seems to be the longest one, which makes it the funniest one. And no, and I'm planning on playing the game after I'm done reading the entire document, since, for fun reasons. So you guys could also just listen along. To be honest, the probably more optimal thing to do here would to be like just copy paste the entire document to TTS thing and just use that as a weird messed up audiobook. But I'm here to read the thing. And I'm also kind of here just like a testament to how good the document is, since I literally haven't played the game. And of course, this is pretty optimal for me to learn to backseat the fuck out of random streamers. Like, how come you aren't optimizing this or that, or training the horse to the horse, or whatever the hell? Honestly, this document seems surprisingly popular. Guess a lot of people are reading this thing. But considering the global release's popularity, it makes sense. It's the Musume reference document. Well, no, not the Musume reference document. It's just a Musume reference document. Huge difference. This document assumes you completed and understood the tutorial. No, I have not. If you're confused on how to actually play the game, right now the Game of Torahs, this one was nice. This one's nice. I was having guys read each scenario. Huh. This is ready for Japanese server, frick. Yeah, if you're on global, okay, I guess I'll have to use this one then. Let's see how long it is. I'll say just watching the page is loading as the bar just goes up. Quite ominous, isn't it? Well, guess this is what you have to expect. To be honest, if that's a global one, I feel like this one is even longer. This one's even longer, which I prefer since this is more annoying. And again, I've already wasted 3 minutes. Another Musume reference document. What are they a reference to? Horses, I guess. This document assumes you completed, the gameplay. The gameplay basically told us some knowledge, gathered from months of asking and answering questions on Discord. A true professional, isn't it? I should be able to answer most questions you have about the game and its mechanics. What questions can't you answer in 225 pages? When I learn something new, I add it here. Okay. And later, the phones can no longer play. Wait, yeah, this stuff's outdated. Let's just go back to the global. Let's just go back to the global version. This guide is aimed towards players who want to optimize performance in competitive PvP modes. Optimization, that's exactly the whole point of this. If you only want to read the stories or collect the horse girls, you won't need much of this. This banner reviews will assume you're a free-to-play player. Gather power and... Yeah. Oh, free-to-play player stuff. Nice. Current goals to be working towards gathering power and stamina legacies. Any parent you rent should have a 3-star blue power stamina perk spark on base Uma to become a grandparent. Power is mainly used for medium. Stamina is used everywhere. With legacies can also be used in sprint. Speed ones are used for gut builds, which aren't yet meta on this. And gut legacies have no current use, only becoming useful 2 to 3 years later. Well, to be honest, yeah, the benefit of foresight, isn't it? Trade shoes in your club to gain currency to bring the McQueens to have no welfare from the main story to 3LB. MLB, Major League Baseball, is very minor. You'll want this card for long distance welfare. For long distance. Oh, they play basketball in this. I didn't know that. Pay the Edison banner. Isn't the banner already? No, I'm pretty sure the banner is still ongoing. But the banner is definitely going to be over once I'm done reading this document. If you're going to, then look for a banner you like, full enough to bring all your 1 to 2 star Umas to 3 stars with dupes and statues, which both makes their unique skills stronger and allows them to pass it down through their legacies. Huh. Well, that's pretty important to remember. Yeah, you can only get them to 3 star to pass down skills through legacies. That's cool. There's Garlands, the awaken your important Umas. If you want to use debuffers, fully awakened Dice Nature is important. And the 445 me not being able to read Japanese also hurts my pronunciation of this document. Show Garlands. Get enough points in the event Major League Baseball, actually. The Tannhauser Welfare, she's useful later. Should I pull the support banner for Citizen Black? First off, you'll need to pull on supports if you have a desire to compete in PvP, such as Champions Meetings. Wait, there's support units in this? I thought there were just horses in it. Or yeah, support cards, I mean. I'm stupid. If you're just here for the cute horses, who isn't? You can ignore the cards and probably this entire dock. You don't have real gamers always optimized. However, if you want to compete in PvP, Hitstun is a huge boon and one of the strongest genetic cards for a long while. It's the benefit of foresight, isn't it? Having her will help you a lot, but you need to get her at least 3 LB for her to show her strengths. Also, getting limit breaks on... Oh, LB is limit breaks, I'm stupid. Also, getting limit breaks on your SRs is important anyways. And this is the best place to secure those. Warning, this banner is 0.5% rate up. This makes the values of pool significantly worse. Real gamblers always win, though. Almost half as bad. Your chance of getting Hokilas in 200 pulls is now 37% instead of 20%. What? Not getting. Yeah, not getting something pretty odd. This was the case on the JP server too, but people were optimistic that it will be 0.75%. For rerolls, it's about 1 in 20 for 1 limit break, 1 in 100 for 2 limit breaks. You could do 90 to 100 on the first recount. Huh. Right, it's optimizing rerolls in order to get the best possible count. I'm pretty sure like Uma Musume rerolls are pretty easy. But again, there are also quite a few gachas that just allow you to make a free temple and reroll that temple as much as you want until you get bored. So I'm pretty sure that's just like acknowledging the existence of rerolls and just play into it. If you don't have 30k carrots, pulling would be an 80% chance of throwing your savings away. Aw man. But if you are saving your carrots, you should have 30,000 by now. I literally did not play the game. I have no idea how much that is. Do 200 pulls on the Kisan banners. Easy saying that. Then check how many Kisan copies you pulled and act accordingly. 0, unlucky, use the pity on diamond and borrow Kisan for the next 7 months. God, that's a long-term goal. By the time you could get your own Kisan ready to use, you probably have other options or start your account over. 1 to 2. Oh, this is assuming you do actually get dupes. Interesting. Again, yeah, optimizing rerolls and getting the best possible value for everything. Use a pity on... Alright, if you get 1 to 2 and spend all 200 and make all 200 pulls. To us, I'm kind of interested in how a free-to-play saves up that many, but, you know, maybe it's like a patience thing. Maybe they just don't have the insatiable urge to gamble. But, you know, this is a horse girl racing game. You know, horse racing is already based off gambling. How could you? Yeah, and get her 3+ limit break, you'll have to wait a while, but 3 limit break is usable. Wait, you mean just barely usable? Do you have to get all of them? 3, use the pity on then use the pick ticket, max limit break, I'm assuming is what the item is. The gem can be used for any SR, so it will save you from bad luck on a later banner, while the pick ticket is limited to early cards. Right, yeah, the pick ticket thing, I saw like a few streamers get it. 4, use the pity on Kitasan, you did it. And 5, lucky, use the pity on Diamond. What was the chance of this? The chance of not getting her whatsoever in 200 is 37% at this point. And I'm assuming saving up 200 pulls is still quite difficult, even on the new account. And I'm pretty sure like re-rolling would take way too long for such things. Any pulls you do past 200 are gambling. I love gambling. Be aware you could be burning your gems for no return. Diamond isn't worth going out of your way for. Her gold heal is very weak before the buff. What does that mean? but she's a good stamina stat stick if you manage to get her along the way. The pick ticket and uncapped gem both came during the half anniversary on a JP, which was at Aoharu release. Why are we so focused on Kida-san? It's easy to say she's the best speed card for a long time, but why? Number 1, the most frequent rainbows possible. At max limit break, she appears on speed training 33% of the time. For comparison, Sweep Tosho SR major max limit break appears on it 25% of the time. Ew, Gably, the Gably game. Good event. Her first 2 chain events give mood up, letting you skip recreation. Generically, the gold skill that can be used on every Uma in every asterisk situation. There is one sprint distance track with no quarters. Every other track has at least 2. Oh, that's why you need it. The power bonus that you skip on power cards, good range stats in general. Having her yourself means you don't need to borrow her and can borrow other things. Current Uma banner reviews. Pull if you like the Uma rather than if they're good. And Majora McQueen for anime. Raise front 2, pace 2, team trial 5, long front pace, parent 2. Bird McQueen doesn't really have anything going for her in CM, but at least she's consistent in team trial and has a heal for long. She's outclassed even when her unique carries over, and can complete in long CMs against meta pace chasers or fronts until her buffs, which come much later. So after those buffs, she's quite strong. Wait, does this mean that, they're buffed in the JP server and their buffs are gonna get released later due to power creep related reasons? Maybe that, maybe. Okay, TL, anime, pace 3, team trial 5, medium pace, parent 3. Rent TL is a little better. Oh, damn, pet names, that's cute. It's a little better than OG Oguri, but has nothing to make her exceptional. Everything is consistent for a team trial, and her unique can be inherited on pace chasers for a 0.25 speed. 2 gold recoveries in medium means you get to skip on stamina for quite a bit. Right, yeah, the banner images. I think the horses look funny, especially the ears. Feel free to translate or share parts of this document or the entire thing, as long as you don't do it commercially and you link to this account with a note, such as translate from or from. Okay, I'll copy paste this into the video description. If you like to support the guy, go to the Ko-Fi. If you have extra TP, follow 8762007888965. Remember that, and use the Uma card to donate some FP club points. Even if you instantly quit the run, they'll be sent. Wait, I don't really get this. Is this like for account rerolling or something and just getting stuff? Feel free to ping or DM me on the Uma project. Yeah. I'm also here to prove how to keep the terminology aligned with official global translation. I do the put in is just alright. Change log. It'll be quite pointless reading the change log here. What is it? To do this /code. Alright, these are also for the actual document. So it's a bit too meta, isn't it? But we're playing for meta here, aren't we? Rerolling in Uma Musume is extremely fast, as long as you don't have to re-download the game and can skip the tutorial after the first time. So it's highly recommended. Or you could just skip the tutorial, so I guess they know about the existence of re-rollings. Or maybe it's just made so that people who want to start over on their new account can do this thing for fun, but re-rolling is also quite important, isn't it? When re-rolling, you should spend everything on support cards. There's what determines the power of your account. Even the most meta Umas can't perform well with PvP with rare cards. If the banner Uma is someone you like, you can try to get both it and a good starting card. If you don't get what you are looking for, return to the title screen and delete your account data from the menus, then you can start again. High effort, high reward. In the ideal world, you will get the banner card to one limit break or more through the literal pulls, which takes about 20 tries on average. 20 rerolls. Again, considering how they describe the tutorial, it's probably pretty easy to reroll, isn't it? And complete the various missions, getting enough carrots to reach 200 pulls of the banners. Oh, you could get at 200 pulls easier through the starting missions. That's interesting. You'll hopefully max limit break the card in the process, or at least 3 limit break. If you don't, you might restart from the beginning and try again. Man, that's a lot of dedication, but maybe it's worth it, isn't it? This is easier during free pull events, of course. The process takes a long time, and if you're new to the game, it's difficult to clear out those races. But if the banner is good, like Kitasan Black, it will set you up for success for a long time. Is it even pronounced Kitasan? And it probably is. Speed and wit cards are the best targets for this. Estimate how many accounts it might take. Use the binomial distribution calendar, of course. P is 0.0075, and it's how many pulls you start with. X is how many copies you want to start with. P is a chance of succeeding. For example, starting with 3 copies in 60 pulls is about a 1% chance. Real gamblers always win. Remember, real gamblers never know the odds. Later on, the game adds crystals you can use to limit break SSRs of your choice, so even if you end up with 3 limit break, you can finish it up with that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll just be able to get the free limit break jigs for anyone. That's cool. But why won't, if that's like a cool quality of life feature, why wouldn't they already start with it released on global? Low effort, good start. Oh yeah, high award. Yeah, this one assumes you like you free roll for 1% chance. Low effort, good start. If you don't want to put in that much effort, you could aim for some cards that are good with few copies of the cards currently in the game. Super Creek, Tazuma, and Fine Motions are the good targets. I would try to start with at least 1 Super Creek, and if you get any more of those 3 cards, that's a bonus. Super Creek remains usable basically forever, while Tezuna is good in the first 3 scenarios, and Fine Motion is a strong wit card even without limit breaks. Your first months in UMA. There's a lot to do when you start a account. Here's a checklist roughly in order when you should do them. First, reroll if you're go-to, it's extremely helpful. 2. Level up cards and take on runs, but not others. You have a limited amount of resources for leveling things up in the beginning, and it's okay. And it's better to take a small amount of cards max and level a bunch a little. Check the build here. Should I read the entire support cards build? How long is it? Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's a link. That's a link. I will get to it eventually. Whenever he's where I had some friends with good parents and read them while doing runs. How do you know about the parents who were friends though? That's kind of private information, isn't it? Win every graded race once when you go into the optional race screen, if there's a grayed out trophy in the top right, you haven't won that race. Each one you win for the first time gives you jewels, so try to clear each one. Oh, that's interesting. If any UMA you trained results in a 3-star blue or 2-star blue and 3-star pink, click the carrot icon in the top left and mark them as a good parent you should delete. Use UMAs like this as parents when starting runs once you get them. Inheritance details here. Pull it to pity on the current support card banner if you re-rolled it on it 200 total pulls to get at least 1 copy of the banner card. Judging by how they're talking here, maybe it's like real easy to get the 200 pulls, but I don't know. Do 30 to 50 rolls on UMAs to collect the 1 and 2 stars. After this, start saving up jewels for either UMAs you like, or better support cards. Ideally, you should pull without the Spark Ready 30k jewels. 2 Sparks gives you a 50-50 chance max limit breaking and SSR. Train at UMA for each team trials distance. For brand new players, that will be Bakushin in Sprint, Vodka in Mile, Daiwa in Medium, Goldship in Long, and Hurwa in Dirt. With those UMAs, you should be able to clear the main story to get the free SSRs. Oh, you get free SSRs from main story, that's cool. Join a club with many members and start trading shoes for your club points, which can be used to limit break the free SSRs from the story. You can additionally get up to 100 medals per day from people borrowing your UMA. You can use reroll accounts to do this yourself each day if you want to speed things up. Oh, rerolling to keep the accounts around to get, the pulls and of course help a clan. That's interesting. And finish off any of the missions you're still missing. Once they're complete, you can use a random gacha ticket, then use a 3-star UMA select ticket with less fear of getting duplicates later. Ogiri, Maruzensky, and Taiki are the strongest choices. Each week you will go to Team Trial Classics and unlock another 5 slots, so keep filling them in as that happens. You'll get a lot of jewels and friendship points from the class and upgrades and team break upgrades, you're the full free-to-play team. Yeah, another link to the same file. Use the Friendship Points game from Team Trials to get all copies of Aurora from the Friendship Points store. Once you have her max limit break, go for the follow slots. Prepare some Umas for the Champions meeting or League of Heroes for the months once those start. Even if you lose, you'll still get rewards, so it doesn't hurt to participate. Tips for new players. Save your 3-star Uma pick ticket until you finish the missions. The missions grant you tickets and give a random 3-star Uma, so you want to avoid getting dupes in this way. If you have a favorite Uma among those 9, you can use a ticket on them if the random tickets they give you for her. If you want to pick for strength, Gurren Cap, Taike Shadow, and Armazensky are the best. Gurren Cap is a very flexible Uma, and she can run in a lot of scenes competently. Taike Shadow is the strongest when she's good, and Armazensky is a great parent for a lot of Umas. 2. Join the club as soon as you can. Wait, is this the same? No, it's different. Join the club as soon as you can, preferably one with many members. These are like guilds. By giving people the shoes they request, you will receive club points, which can be used to limit break the story SSR cards. Number 3, don't buy anything from the random shops that sometimes appear, except for clocks. Money is very precious in this game, and items in the shops are not very valuable. The pennants can be worth it if you absolutely know you need a current pennant. If you collect 150 pieces for a 3-star Uma, you can exchange them to get a Uma. This is quite expensive, costing over 2 million current money per Uma. That will take years. If you don't pull an Uma, getting the 1 and 2 stars to unlock their outfit is fine. Once daily legend races are added, you can buy pieces to accelerate the ones you targeted. Yeah, so the patch cycle is updated. Nice. Number 4, borrow other players' Uma's parents whenever you can. You can do this 3 times a day. At the start, your parents will give plus 15 stats, while borrowed parents can give plus 63 stats. There are also the 2 inspiration events, so your own give roughly 45 total, while the rented ones give roughly 189 total. Additionally, any Uma you make with the rented plus 63 parents will at least give plus 31 stats with about plus 91 total, make your stat much better. SR cards are strong. They're easy to get duplicates of, so typically you will be using limit broken SRs rather than 0 limit break SSRs, unless you want the gold skills from those SSRs. Some max limit break SSRs are even stronger than max limit break SSRs. My suggestion is generally to pull on support cards until you get usable max limit break SSRs. Then save your jewels for Umas or to do a large amount of rolls on good SSRs. On average, it takes 400 rolls to max limit break an SSR card. And number 6, don't use auto for anything. Whether it's picking decks, picking parents, or picking your PvP team, the game's pretty bad at it. Learn how to do them yourself as soon as you can.